Thank you, Asim. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Andrew Jones, you'll start him up.
Hey, awesome. Coach Brown talked a lot in the spring, and he has here in the last couple of weeks about the depth, the quality of depth along the offensive line, how that's changed a lot in the last year. Specifically, he's talked a lot about William Barnes. What have you seen from William Barnes and how his game has grown to where he could be trusted at multiple positions in a big game, playing extended snaps?
Yep, like you said, he could be trusted at multiple positions at guard and tackle if we need him to be either one. But he's one of the favorite cases on the offensive line right now because I appreciate how much he's putting in that work, and it's really shown on the field about how much he grew as a football player in general. But I think he's going to have a big role this year to play.
And as for you personally, you had a whole season of film that you were able to go over in the off season. What are a couple of things that you really emphasized trying to fix that you needed to work on from last year?
Yep. Well, last year was a real good learning experience for me, and I just needed to. Some of the things I needed to work on was staying square with my sets, putting good hands on people, and just playing without thinking. And that's coming to me more naturally. The game is slowing down for me, so I can play faster without thinking so much. So I really think that helped me a lot last year.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
Isaiah Lucas, then Greg Barnes.
Hey, awesome. With a more normal off season this year, what's been the difference in preparation?
Well, there's really no difference, honestly. But we just have a lot more people that can come in and contribute. For me, the different thing for me is just working on staying square and placing hands, honestly. But for the team as in general, we have the goal. We want to win every game, so we prepare like we're going to win every game, and that's it.
All right, and with this hype around Sam and him being a Heisman candidate, is there any additional sense of pressure for you guys on the line?
No, there's no pressure, honestly. We just go in, do our job, and it's Sam, so he's gonna do his thing if we just block for him. So, and we've been doing that for the past 2 years, and we're gonna do it this year as well. So, it's nothing, no real pressure for us.
Greg Barnes.
Hey, awesome. I know you played a little bit in 2019, but with last year being your first year as a starter, what were the main takeaways? Maybe not necessarily in what you needed to improve on, but what was the main takeaways in playing in that role and playing such a big role in the offense?
Yeah. So one of the main takeaways that we have to be real cohesive as a unit. So I have to communicate with every single guy on the line, make sure we all on the same page. If one of us isn't, then it doesn't work. So that was one of the big takeaways. And another thing is just that we're all just getting better for this season, honestly. So we have the same guys, and we have more, and now we have added more depth with the other guys. So the starters, Tucker, McKeithen, Anderson, Easy, Azudu, and me. And then we have Q right now because we have Q that's stepping up. We have Caden Baker that's right behind me. We have Jonathan Adorno. And we just, as y'all said, William Barnes. We all, it's so many more guys, too. And we're all just getting a lot better. Ed Montellis, I ain't even mentioned him, and y'all seen him play. So, we're just getting a whole lot better and adding much more depth. And I'm so excited to see what we're going to do this year.
And the fact that you guys are all back and all 5 starters are back, what did you try to do during the off season as a group to kind of continue to build that chemistry?
Yeah, look, off season we are a great group of guys that we love to hang out with each other. So we feed off each other energy, and we have great chemistry on and off the field. So I think that's just a big help for us. So when we're out there on the field, we're gonna be a cohesive unit. We're gonna play together. We're gonna play as one. So that's really the main thing.
Ross.
Yeah, awesome. I kind of want to follow up with the pressure thing. I mean, you got a Heisman quarterback. You're tasked with protecting his blind side, but more from a team thing. Do y'all feel the pressure of kind of getting Sam to win that Heisman, to win the awards? I mean, you have to feel some. I mean, I feel like you have to feel some pressure in terms of playing well for him to make him have the season he wants.
Mm-hmm. Well, if we just do what we do, like we won't have that much pressure on us because we know what we can do, honestly. And so, I mean, you could say it's a pressure, but I don't really feel it as much, and I know the team don't really feel it as much either. We're just gonna play, and I think we're gonna have a really good year for everybody, and we're gonna get Sam that Heisman.
CL.
Hey, Sim, I was curious just with the NIL coming to fruition. Did you see out in Arkansas, I think it was, there's a barbecue place that basically they sponsor the offensive line for the Razorbacks, and I guess they get paid in food.
Oh, I haven't actually heard of that. That sounds
Oh,
cool.
okay. Well, I was curious your take as somebody that plays kind of a non-glamorous position. What you think of the NIL and if you've had any opportunities so far?
Well, me personally, I haven't had any opportunities. I wasn't really looking for any. I don't know. Maybe I will later. I'm not sure. But honestly, I like the idea of having players make money off of their name, image, and likeness. So I'm here for it, honestly. I know I'm not in a glamorous position, like you said, but if people like Sam and whoever else, the backs, the receivers, if they can make money, hey, that's good for them, and I'm happy for them.
All right, thank you.
Greg Hall, last question or two for Asim.
Hey, Awesome. I wanted to ask you, you mentioned Q and Jonathan Adorno. So that backup center position with Brian Anderson limited, what did you see out of those guys yesterday? And what steps do they need to make to be regular contributors behind VA?
For sure. So Kieran Johnson, right? He's playing a whole lot. So, and I've seen him play, and I think he's a really good player. And honestly, if he just gets in the game, he's gonna be fine. He really doesn't need to take any more steps. He can play right now if he wanted to, but it's just that is he gonna get in the game or not? So, and I'm pretty sure he's getting in the game a lot this year. And same with Adorno, he just needs to just develop a little more, and I need to see him a little more in practice. But we haven't had pads on yet, so but in spring practice I did see him a lot, and he's going to be really good too, and a good contributor to the team.
In the past, Mac has, I don't know if concern's the right word, but just voiced quietness among the offensive linemen with communication. Where are you guys at right now since this is going into your third year cohesively?
Yeah, well, first couple years, people don't really necessarily know how to run the offense, and like last year for me, this is my first year. I was a little hesitant to say stuff, but this year it's a different game. So the game is coming to us and slower, so we can make calls, we can communicate clear and loud, so we can protect Sam and get these big runs.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate you being with us.
All right, thank you. Awesome.